Hello and welcome to another edition of Dash Cam Wisdom. And so today I want to talk about something I woke up thinking about, and it was mental health. And this is such an important topic for so many reasons. And this is the season where it's really hard for people sometimes around the holiday season. If they're having a mental health issues, then the holidays tend to be a time where there's even more struggle than normal. So I want to shed some light on it. And again, this is a complex issue. I realize that, and we have 5 minutes. So I'm not going to be able to get into all of the depth of it, but I definitely want to highlight some things that I think are really important to consider. And so number one is it's a real issue. And as a society, we still have a long way to go when it comes to addressing it and viewing it. Meaning, if there is someone at the gym, for instance, and I'm on the bench press and I'm lifting weights, and I look over and there's someone he's not on the exercise and he's got a broken arm. I would never say to him, "Hey man, get it together. You need to be on the bench press." He's got a broken arm. He can't do it. Okay, so it's not up to him to get it together. He's got a broken arm. And so we should view mental health issues the same way we view a broken arm or sprained ankle. Hey, yeah, you need to go get that taken care of. You need to heal up, right? So important. And there's so many factors that contribute to it. And one of them is where we're at as a society. And one of the things I hear all the time, well, when I was a kid, when my parents, this is not when you were a kid. This is not a time with your parents. I remember I was in a shoe store. It was actually a men's clothing store a couple of years ago. And I went in there to buy a pair of shoes and a couple of dress shirts and some undershirts. And they have really good lighting in there. So when I took my shoes off, I noticed that my socks were like thin, like on the very thin side where I could see a couple of my toes. I was like, well, looks like I need some dress socks as well while I'm at it. And so he says, "What are you looking for?" I said, "Well, I want high quality, durable cotton so that it breathes." So he goes over and pulls out a couple of bags, and they had 3 pair in each. So I was like, "Yeah, I like these." And then I looked at the price tag and I said, $32. Man, when I was growing up, when I was younger, you could buy a pair of shoes. You could buy a pair of dress shoes for $32. And I never forget that salesman. He looked at me as a younger guy. He looked at me and said, "When was that, sir?" Yeah, right? It's 35 years ago. It's 40 years ago, dude. It's not the same. You want a high quality socks, what it costs. So it's not the same time. There are environmental factors as well. Just this weekend, a friend of mine said, "You can't grow cactus in Kansas." And it's true. And he's talking about planting it in your front yard. You can't do that. That cactus, it might grow in the summertime, but that bad boy is going to die. Okay. Because we got winter, we got fall, winter, spring. Cactus is not going to make it. But if you drive 10 hours down the road to Dallas, Texas, people have cactus in their front yard. The environment's different. Now in Kansas, if I take that cactus in the house and control the environment, then it'll grow and flourish within my home. And so with mental health issues, sometimes it's the environment that's contributing, and we really need to put, our friends, family in an environment where they can be successful. The other contributor I think that's huge, and people underestimate this, is social media. It's a huge contributor. There's so many people, and I'll just pick on Facebook for a little while, that misrepresent their life on Facebook. And then other people see it and think they're failing somehow. And they're looking at someone's highlight reel, right? Right now in the NFL, the worst team in the league is the New York Jets. They're 0-13. They've lost 13 games. But if you didn't know anything about this season, you didn't have the context of it, and I showed you their highlight reel for this season, you'd think they're going to the Super Bowl. And they're the worst team in the league. So people can get things twisted around like that easily, and if they don't have the maturity and understanding that what they're viewing is a highlight reel, then it can contribute to some issues down the road. So that's my message for today. You know, it's a complex issue, but the reality is people need our understanding, our love, and support. And if we do that as a people, and I'm talking about human race, that this is something that's definitely defeatable and we can overcome it. But if we refuse to talk about it and we keep viewing it through a very narrow lens, then the issue is going to continue to grow and accelerate just like it's doing now. All right. Well, have an awesome day. Have an awesome week. And until next time, we'll see you on Dash Cam Wisdom. Take care.